Everyone wants to know the secret. I am 106 years old, and everyone asks me, Sal, what is the secret? How do you live so long? How are you so happy? They think I am going to say olive oil or wine or walking every single day. I do all of those things, sure, but that is not the secret. You want to know the secret? Come closer. I am going to tell you something that took me 100 years to understand. The secret is you choose. Every single day you choose. Joy is not something that happens to you. Joy is something you decide. And most people, they never figure this out. They wait for life to make them happy. They wait for the right job, the right person, the right moment, and they die waiting. I did not wait. I decided. And that is why I am still here, still laughing, still grateful for every single day. Before you think I had it easy, let me tell you what I survived. My mother died when I was 5 years old, tuberculosis. I remember her coughing blood into a handkerchief. My father brought me to America in 1928 with $40 and no English. I was 8 years old, sleeping on a floor with 6 other people in Bensonhurst. I worked from age 10, making shoes beside my father until my fingers bled. My first wife, Anna Maria. She was the most beautiful woman I ever saw. Black hair, green eyes, voice like music. We had 9 years together, 9 years. Then one afternoon, June 14th, 1951, she went up to the roof to hang the laundry. Brain aneurysm. She was dead before she hit the ground. 28 years old, I was 31 with 2 babies and no idea how to go on. Then in 1978, my shop burned down. Everything I built for 26 years, gone in one night. I stood on the sidewalk watching 60 years of my family's work turn to ashes. I was 58. I thought, this is it. This is where I give up. So don't tell me about hard times. I know hard times. But here is what I also know hard times do not have to make you hard. And that is the first lesson. Write it down. Hard times do not have to make you hard. You get to choose what they make you. After Anna Maria died, I had a choice. I could be angry at God, at life, at everything. And believe me, I was angry. For about 6 months, I was the angriest man in Brooklyn. I yelled at customers. I yelled at my sister. I did not sleep, did not eat. My children were scared of me. Then one night, my daughter Lucia, she was maybe 5 years old. She came to me crying. She said, Papa, why are you so mad? Did I do something wrong? And I looked at this little girl, this beautiful little girl who lost her mother, and she thought it was her fault that I was angry. That night, I made a decision. I said, Sal, you can be angry or you can be a father. You can't be both. And Anna Maria, God rest her soul, she did not marry an angry man. She married a man who made her laugh. So I am going to make my children laugh. I am going to honor her memory by being the man she fell in love with. And that is what I did. Not because I was not sad. I was sad every day for years. But I decided that sadness was not going to be the only thing my children saw. They were going to see joy too. They were going to see their father choose life. So here's what I want you to understand. You are going through something right now. Maybe you lost someone. Maybe you lost something. Maybe life knocked you down and you don't know how to get up. I am not going to tell you to pretend it does not hurt. It hurts. Feel it. But then, and this is important, then you choose. You choose what comes next. Nobody else can make that choice for you. Now, let me tell you about Gloria, 1990. I am 70 years old. I have not been with a woman in almost 40 years. I go to a church potluck. The only reason I went was for the lasagna. I am telling you the truth. And I see this woman across the room. She is laughing at something and her whole face lights up. And I think that is the most beautiful thing I have seen in 40 years. Her name was Gloria Washington. She was Black. She was 62. She was a retired nurse. And when I walked over to talk to her, half the room stopped eating to watch. An old Italian man and a Black woman in 1990 Brooklyn. Madonna, the looks we got. My own son, Enzo. He did not speak to me for 2 years after I married her. 2 years. He said I was disgracing his mother's memory. He said the neighborhood was talking. You know what I told him? I said, Enzo, I love you. But I spent 40 years alone. I am 70 years old. I found someone who makes me laugh. If the neighborhood does not like it, the neighborhood can go to hell. That is lesson number 2. Write it down. Stop caring what people think. At some point, and I hope it comes before you are 70, you realize that other people's opinions cannot hurt you. Only you can hurt you by believing them. Gloria and me, we had 33 years, 33 beautiful years. She died last January in her sleep. 95 years old. I held her hand all night. I miss her every single day. But you know what? She would be so angry at me if I stopped laughing. She would say, Sal, don't you dare sit around feeling sorry for yourself. We had 33 years. That is more than most people get. And she is right. So I keep laughing for her. You want to know what makes me happy now? I will tell you. Coffee in the morning, the light coming through the window, my great granddaughter Sophia. She is 7. She calls me every Sunday. The taste of good bread, the sound of Italian music, a warm bed, a stranger who smiles at me on the street. That is it. That is the whole list. I do not need a yacht. I do not need a mansion. I do not need anything I do not already have. And here's the secret inside the secret. I could have been this happy at 30, at 40, at 50, but I was too busy chasing things that did not matter. I was too busy worrying, too busy being afraid. Lesson number 3, and this is the most important one. Happiness is not at the end of something. It is not waiting for you when you get the job, the house, the money, the whatever. Happiness is right here, right now, in the things you already have. But you have to open your eyes to see it. Most people walk right past it every single day. So tonight, when you are done watching this video, I want you to do something. Sit down, look around, find 3 things you are grateful for. Not big things, small things. The way your dog looks at you, the sound of your kids laughing, the fact that you can breathe without thinking about it. Start there. Gratitude is like a muscle. You have to exercise it every day. And if you do, I promise you, your life will change. I am 106 years old. I lost my mother at 5. I lost my first wife at 31. I lost my shop at 58. I lost Gloria last year. I should be the saddest man in the world, but I am not. Because every morning I wake up, I say, Grazie, God. Thank you for one more day. What are we going to do with it? That is the secret. That is the whole secret. You choose joy. Every single day, you choose it. Not because life is easy, life is hard, not because nothing bad happens. Bad things happen all the time. You choose joy because the alternative is misery. And misery is a waste of whatever time you have left. My mother used to say, and I remember this even though I was only 5, she used to say, Salvatore, life is beautiful if you look at it right. I did not understand when I was 5. I did not understand when I was 30 or 50 or even 70. But now at 106, I finally understand. Life is beautiful, not perfect, beautiful, with all the pain, all the loss, all the hard times. Beautiful. And you only get one. So stop waiting to be happy. Stop waiting for everything to be okay. Choose joy now, today, while you are still here to choose it. That is the secret. Let me tell you about the silence. People are afraid of the silence. They fill it with television, with phones, with shouting, because when it is quiet, they have to hear their own heart. And sometimes that heart is breaking. I learned to love the silence when I was a young man in the shoe shop. My father, he was a man of few words. He believed that a man's hands should speak for him. We would sit for hours, just the rhythmic tap, tap, tap of the hammer, the smell of leather and glue filling the small basement. In those hours, I learned that peace is not the absence of noise, but a stillness you carry inside of you. When you have that stillness, the world can be falling apart around you, but you remain anchored. It is like being a deep sea diver. On the surface, the waves are crashing and the wind is howling, but down below, in the depths, everything is calm and blue. That is where I live now. I live in the depths. I look at the world and I see the rushing, the frantic pace of people trying to get nowhere fast, and I just smile. I wish I could tell them to slow down, to breathe, to realize that the destination is exactly the same for everyone. The only thing that differs is the walk you take to get there. I remember the winter of 1944. It was cold, so cold that the pipes in our building froze, and we had to melt snow on the stove just to wash our faces. I was working 2 jobs then, the shoe shop during the day and a loading dock at night. I was exhausted, bone tired, in a way that modern people don't really understand. My back ached, my eyes burned, and I felt like a ghost walking through my own life. But one night, coming home at 3 a.m., I saw a single yellow flower growing through a crack in the sidewalk. It was a dandelion, nothing special, a weed. But it was bright and it was alive in the middle of all that gray concrete and ice. I stopped and looked at it for a long time. I thought, if this little weed can find a way to bloom in the middle of a Brooklyn winter, then I can find a way to keep going. That was the night I realized that beauty is a form of resistance. To find beauty in a dark place is an act of courage. It is saying to the world, you cannot break me. I want you to remember that when you feel like you are surrounded by concrete and ice, look for your dandelion. It is there. It is always there if you are looking. The older you get, the more you realize that memory is a strange thing. It is not like a book where you can just turn the pages. It is more like a garden. Some things grow tall and bright, like the way Anna Maria looked in her wedding dress or the first time I held my son. Other things are like thorns, sharp and painful, tucked away in the corners. I have spent a lot of time tending to my garden. I have learned to prune the bitter memories, the ones that serve no purpose but to make me feel small. I don't forget them. You can't ever truly forget, but I don't water them. I water the memories of Gloria's laughter. I water the memory of the way the sun felt on my face during that one summer in 1965 when we took the kids to the beach and we had nothing but a cooler full of sandwiches and a blanket. We were poor, but we didn't know it. We were rich in time. That is the only real wealth there is, time. You think you have so much of it, but it slips through your fingers like sand. Don't waste it on regret. Regret is a ghost that haunts a house that no longer exists. Move into the house you have now, decorate it with the people you love, fill the rooms with music. People ask me if I am afraid of the end. I tell them no. How can I be afraid? I have lived 10 lifetimes. I have seen the world change from horse and buggy to men walking on the moon to these little glass boxes everyone carries in their pockets. I have seen empires fall and new ones rise. I have seen the best of humanity and the worst. And through it all, the sun still comes up. The birds still sing. The cycle of life continues, and I am just a small part of it. When it is my time to go, I will go like a man who has finished a long, wonderful meal. I am full, I am satisfied, I have no complaints. I will close my eyes and I will go to find Anna Maria and Gloria and my mother. I imagine they are waiting for me at a table with a big pot of coffee and some fresh bread. They will say, Sal, what took you so long? And I will tell them, I was busy choosing joy. I was busy living. That is what I want for you. I want you to live so fully that when the end comes, you have nothing left to give because you gave it all away. You gave away your love, your laughter, your kindness. You emptied yourself out into the world. So listen to an old man. Stop worrying about the future. The future is a dream that hasn't happened yet. Stop crying over the past. The past is a shadow that can't touch you. Focus on the now. Focus on the person sitting across from you. Focus on the meal you are eating. Focus on the breath in your lungs. Every breath is a miracle. Every heartbeat is a gift. Don't throw them away. I look at my hands now. They are wrinkled and spotted with age, but they have held so much love. They have built things. They have comforted children. They have wiped away tears. They are a map of my journey. Your hands are writing your story right now. Make it a good story. Make it a story about a person who didn't give up, who didn't let the world turn them bitter, who found the light even when it was dark. That is the real legacy. Not money, not fame, not a name on a building. The legacy is the way you made people feel. The legacy is the joy you chose to share. Sometimes I sit on my porch and I just watch the neighborhood. I see the young couples walking by, holding hands, and I see the fire in their eyes. They think they have forever. I want to tell them, love each other well. Be kind to each other. Don't argue over the small things. The small things don't matter. I see the parents rushing their kids to school, stressed and tired. I want to tell them, enjoy the noise. One day the house will be quiet, and you would give anything to hear those little feet running down the hallway again. I see the lonely people, the ones who think nobody cares. I want to tell them, you are not alone. You are part of us. You are part of this beautiful, messy, complicated family of humans. We are all in this together. We are all just walking each other home. I have lived through depressions and wars and pandemics. I have seen the world shake. But I have also seen the way people come together. I have seen neighbors helping neighbors, strangers showing kindness to those in need. I have seen the resilience of the human spirit. It is an amazing thing. We are fragile, yes, but we are also incredibly strong. We are like diamonds. We only shine because of the pressure. So if you feel the pressure right now, don't be afraid. It is just life making you shine. It is just life preparing you for something more. Keep going, keep choosing, keep loving. In the end, it all comes down to a few simple things: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Love for your family, love for your friends, love for your life, and most importantly, love for yourself. You have to be your own best friend. You have to be the one who stands up for you when the world tries to knock you down. You have to be the one who says, I am enough. I am worthy of joy. I am worthy of a beautiful life. Once you believe that, everything changes. The world looks different. The air smells sweeter. The colors are brighter. You realize that you have the power to create your own reality. You are the architect of your own happiness. So go out there and build something beautiful. Build a life that you are proud of. Build a life that makes you want to wake up in the morning. And when things get tough, remember old Sal. Remember the man who lost everything and still found a way to laugh. Remember the man who chose joy, because if I can do it, anyone can do it. I am no different than you. I am just a man who lived a long time and paid attention. I am just a man who decided that life was too precious to spend it being miserable. Choose joy. Choose it today. Choose it tomorrow. Choose it every single day until the very end. And then when you get to where I am, you can look back and say, it was a good life. It was a beautiful life. I want you to think about the people who came before you, your ancestors, the ones whose blood flows through your veins. They went through so much so that you could be here today. They survived famines and migrations and hardships we can barely imagine. You are the result of their strength. You are their hope made manifest. Don't let them down. Live a life that honors their sacrifice. Live a life that would make them proud. You carry their stories within you, but you also have the power to write your own chapter. Make it a chapter filled with courage. Make it a chapter filled with light. When the night comes and you are lying in bed, let go of the day. Whatever happened, whether it was good or bad, let it go. It is over. You can't change it, but you can prepare for tomorrow. You can set your intention to find the good in the next 24 hours. You can decide right then and there that no matter what happens, you will remain true to yourself. You will remain kind. You will remain grateful. This is the practice of living. It is not a one time thing. It is 1,000 small decisions made every single day. It is the steady drip of water that eventually carves out a canyon. It is the small acts of love that eventually build a life. I look at the stars sometimes and I realize how small we are. We are just tiny specks on a tiny blue marble floating in an infinite ocean of darkness. It could be frightening, but I find it comforting. If we are so small, then our problems are even smaller. Our worries, our fears, our embarrassments, they are nothing in the grand scheme of things. All that matters is the love we share and the joy we find. Everything else is just stardust. So don't take it all so seriously. Lighten up. Laugh at yourself. Enjoy the ride. It is a short trip, even at 106. Make sure you enjoy the view. As I sit here today, I feel a great sense of peace. My work is mostly done. My children are grown, my grandchildren are finding their way, and the world continues to turn. I have handed off the baton, but before I go, I want to make sure you heard me, really heard me. The secret is not out there. It is not in a bottle or a book or a bank account. It is inside of you. It has always been inside of you. You just have to be quiet enough to hear it. You have to be brave enough to trust it. You have to be strong enough to choose it. Joy is your birthright. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let the world steal your light. I think about the shoe shop often. I can still smell the leather. I think about my father's hands. I think about the way he looked at me when I finally learned how to stitch a perfect seam. He didn't say much, but he nodded, and that was enough. We all just want to be seen. We all just want to know that we matter. I am telling you now, you matter. Your life matters. Your joy matters. Even if you feel like nobody sees you, I see you. The universe sees you. You are a vital part of this whole tapestry. Without you, the picture would be incomplete. So stay with us. Keep fighting. Keep choosing. Keep being the beautiful soul that you are. The sun is starting to set now, and the light is turning golden. It is my favorite time of day. It is a reminder that even the day has a beautiful ending. There is a softness to the world at sunset, a sense of completion. I hope your life feels like this sunset, warm, golden, and peaceful. I hope you can look back on your years with a smile. I hope you can say that you loved well and were loved in return. And I hope more than anything that you found the secret that took me 100 years to learn, but that you can start using right now. Choose joy. Just choose it. It is the only thing that really lasts. It is the only thing that truly matters. I am Salvatore, and I am 106 years old. I have seen the world and I have seen the heart, and I am telling you with everything I am that life is beautiful. Go live it. Go love it. Go choose it every single day. Gretchen, thank you for listening to an old man's stories. Now go out there and make some stories of your own. Make them good. Make them full of joy. You have the power. You always did. Now go and use it. The world is waiting for you. Your life is waiting for you. Don't keep it waiting any longer. Just decide. Just choose. That is all it takes. One choice at a time, one day at a time, until you reach the end and realize that you were happy all along because you decided to be. That is the secret. That is the whole secret. Be well, my friends. Be joyful.